put that in there.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Not Your Asian Women podcast. I'm Christine Chang.
I'm Shining.
Shining is running behind.
Because I'm fixing my looks. I was just saying I could be so deep and wise, and then the next minute so shallow.
This is true. I've known her for, how long have I known you? 2 years?
No, more than
More
that.
than that?
No, 3.
Oh, God, time flies now.
I know. Where did time go? That's fucking insane. You think time moves faster after the pandemic?
Yes, and also as you get older, it goes faster.
Yeah, what's that about? As I'm scrolling endlessly.
How many hours a day do you spend on your phone?
I'm not gonna say that shit. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing, but I think most people will say like, yeah, I'm the same, or mine's actually more.
I know, especially like we have at least I give myself an excuse of, oh, I gotta see what's trending so I can make videos, and because I live online, even though I make nothing out of it. Most of the time just consuming garbage.
Yeah, the consumption. We're always consuming stuff, even if it's not social media. Podcast. I see people walking around with headphones on, just doing stuff, or walking on the beach. And I'm thinking, can you just walk on the beach and let it be quiet, or like listen to the waves? Like give space for creativity and your own thoughts instead of things always coming at you.
Yeah.
Because I think it's easier. You could just kind of tune out.
Yeah. And also, like, more and more people are on the spectrum now. The public noises can give them anxiety. So they're not even listening to nothing. It's just blocking the noise. There's you can
silent,
tune out.
yeah,
Silent
mode.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyways, what are we talking about today?
Oh, how about we talk about ethics and morality?
Oh, I was going to say we're going to talk about big dick energy. That's next episode.
Ethics and morality. I took a class on ethics in college. I remember very few things from college. Do you remember things that you learned in class?
Not really. Oh, sexuality class.
Oh.
That was memorable.
Sex ed?
Not quite, because it's college. So it's more of like sexuality, minority groups, and that. This was way before LGBT was a cool a thing. This was like years and years ago, and about LGBT communities and in history, and where they play in in different times in history. So that was interesting. And then how they pleasure themselves.
Oh, cool.
Or and then the dynamics of they are generally happier compared to straight couples. Yeah.
Interesting.
But this was like decades ago, so I don't know how they've changed the syllabus. No,
Or just
curriculum.
the curriculum.
Yeah,
And
curriculum.
the curriculum.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that was memorable.
Yeah, I remember liking ethics class, surprisingly. It was a class I think that I just chose because I needed to for the units, or, to transfer. But I thought it was very interesting. I asked Shining this question, but we decided not to talk about it until we filmed the podcast, because it's a fun one. I've been having it with different people, different couples, and it's just interesting to see where people's values lie. There's a movie. It's called Indecent Proposal. I believe it was made in the 90s, and it stars Robert Redford, Demi Moore, and I think Woody Harrelson. If you've never seen it, okay, spoiler alert. Okay, if you want to watch it, because I'm going to just spoil this. But Robert Redford, he plays a very wealthy older man. Demi Moore and Woody Harrelson are married, and they all meet at a craps table where they're gambling, and conversation ensues about being able to buy luck. Robert Redford says something like, Oh, I'm sorry. I'm messing this up. Woody Harrelson says something like, "You can't buy luck," and Robert Redford challenges him and says, "I can." And then when they walk away, he says, "I'll give you $1 million for one night with your wife." Now, this couple, they want the money. They could really use the money. So the movie is basically about them contemplating whether they're going to go forward with it, and they do, and basically it ruins their marriage. So my question is, let's take in account inflation. Okay, I'm just going to say $10 million. Tax-free. If someone were you to offer...
I'll take one for the team. You fucking stupid? If that was offered to my husband, I'd fucking kill him if he said no. What do you mean ruin our marriage? It ruins my lifestyle if you said no.
I also would say yes. I mean, let's just put this. Okay, the person who's offering is not disgusting. They have basic hygiene, but maybe it's just not someone you'd probably like pick. But it's one night to sleep with this person, and you would get that $10 million for you and your spouse. I also said yes because I view it purely transactional. I like money for options in life, and I'm confident that it would not change anything between how I feel about my husband. And let's turn it around. Just say it's him sleeping with someone. That it doesn't change anything about us. It's just like, go do this thing and we're going to get $10 million. Some people, they're more purist and they don't want to do it. Pete actually said no. He's a purist in that way, and marriage is his definition of it is very sacred. And for me, I said, if we're on the same page, I would 1000% do it. If you don't want to do it, I would not disrespect you and do it. But to me, I can actually separate that this is going to be transactional. For him, he's just like, yeah, I don't want someone nutting in my wife. Or the thought of someone nutting in my wife.
That's you problem.
I don't know if I feel so safe with him that I don't, if it was him going off, because my sister's like, what if the girl's like super hot? I said, what difference does it make if she's hot or not? The experience is the experience, whether he enjoys himself or not. She said, what if it's his ex? And I said, if he's going to leave me and he wants to leave me, he's going to leave me. And I'd rather actually, if he wants to leave me, please leave me. Don't stay with me just because. If there's any unsureness there, I actually wouldn't want to be in that relationship. So, but the thing is, who knows? Like, just so it happened, like maybe things will kick up that I didn't know will kick up. Like, oh, okay, maybe there is some jealousy there,
But then you look at your bank account and you're like, okay, that's just nothing.
As I sit in our brand new house.
Exactly.
But I think $10 million, like, I'm like, you could buy multiple houses. If you had kids, you can set them each up with a house. Like that, it's good money. Yeah. It's good money.
And in a way, we sell our bodies and soul to corporate, to capitalism. It's the same shit. And I can understand people argue that, oh, I don't want to take that risk of ruining potential, this good, solid relationship. But it's like, I don't know, then whatever decision you make, you always gonna have some bitter thought. Like if I didn't take that 10 million because my husband said no, then every fucking time when there's life problems and bills that need to be paid, I'd be wondering, life would be so much easier if I had just taken that opportunity. And I would hold him, I feel some bitter type of a way. So is that something I have to work with? And why do I have to work over that instead of him working over his insecurities? Yeah, no? I'm taking one for the team. Both of our lifestyles gonna be better.
That's how I view it. Is more, it's like lifestyle. Then we wouldn't have to stress about money really ever if you invest it properly. So I don't know. I think I'm pretty surprised that he said no. And people in general, when they say like, yeah, no, I am a little surprised, but it just shows what people value more.
And also, that's just hypothetical. If like real life like situation happens, and then also like depending on what time, if it's during like his vulnerable time that he really needed the money, then that would be a different test, because it all depends.
That's true. Yeah, there's a lot of factors at play. But it's been funny hearing people's answers to that. I've heard all sorts.
It tells
of
a lot
things.
about them, huh?
Yes.
And what they value.
Yeah. One man, he was hesitant. He's like, I think no, because it makes me feel like I'm not upholding my marriage vows. And then his partner's like, well, but what if I gave you permission and we agreed on it? But his definition of what marriage vows is like, I said I would do this, so I'm gonna stick to it. And then some other guy, the couple said like, no hesitation, just like you, like, of course. And I would film it and then make more money off of that.
Real businessman.
It's for us, babe. So if you're listening, write in the comments, would you, for $10 million, tax-free,
let somebody else nut in your wife?
Most of our listeners are men. I would say it's a scary percentage. To me, I thought maybe it would be 70-30 or something. But last I checked, it's over 90% men.
Say no.
No. Is our listeners.
Oh, our listeners. Yeah, yes.
90%
yeah.
men. But if you're a female listening to, just your spouse or your partner, would you let them have a night with somebody else?
Yes. I would say most females would say, okay. It doesn't matter.
Right. I mean, weren't you saying like we can be wired differently? Or well, obviously we are wired differently, but in general, like the possessiveness, like it bothers men a lot. Like physical cheating, the idea of your spouse.
That's like, because I mean, biologically, they view us as property. I mean, it's wrong to phrase it like that. But like in biology, that's how humans develop from cavemen to now as a stable, civilized society. And men need to make sure that their offsprings are theirs. Like if you look at nature, wildlife and predators would pick fights and replace the alpha and becomes a new alpha and eat all the previous alpha's babies. So that new females can ovulate and have his offsprings. That just, I guess we share that part of genetics as men out there. So, probably that explains in a scientific way why men can't get over the fact that their partners cheated, versus women have easier time in general, would be okay with physical mistakes versus emotional cheating.
Right. Yeah, the emotional cheating. That's the hurtful part. 1000%. Have you been cheated on?
Yes.
Okay, me too. It's the betrayal part for me was.
Oh, that hurt. Yeah. It feels like you're dying. It literally is.
It's very
like
painful. Yeah, it was very painful for me. But it opened up my healing, and it was something that had to be revealed in me.
Yeah.
This pain, like what's it kicking up? Yeah. When have I been betrayed before?
Since I'm happy now, I will not change anything. And knowing the much pain I had to endure, because of that, you grow. That's unfortunately just the way it is. Like, yeah.
And I
part
think
of it.
makes you more confident, I think, if you heal from it.
And yeah, it makes the human experience more lively. You experience all spectrum of emotions. Yeah.
Do you have an
Ethics
ethics question?
Oh yeah. So mine wasn't. I don't remember if I could. I would shout out, but this show, I think, like a German show or something about parallel universe. So my question is, if you can travel through like parallel universes and then you find out the other version of you lives a better life, the life that you have always dreamed of. Say you've always wanted to be a rock star, but life happened. You had to settle down. You have to get married. And now you are a man that works 9 to 5, kills you inside, but you have to provide. But that deep inside of you that want to be something else, and you find out that the other version of you lives exactly the way you always wanted to. Would you kill yourself to live in that better life and leave the current life behind? Whatever that happens, you disappear, whatever. Would you do it?
Okay, so would I kill myself in the parallel universe who's living my dreams so I can live in that place? And then my current life, I would disappear, like out of life of my family. Pete wouldn't have wife anymore, all that. I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into that as well, though. But I'm just going to assume. The thing is, I don't like to get in trouble. So if there's a chance that I would get arrested, and in trouble, like you murdered this person, that's a hard no for me. Because then I'll ruin, like,
let's just say, like, nobody would know.
Okay, if nobody would, I think I would do it, yeah. Because if I'm living out my dreams, and I'm going to assume if I'm living out my dreams, I also feel fulfilled in my dreams emotionally. So that means like either career-wise, relationship-wise, family, like, and I'm fulfilled, then yeah, I would do it. But I hope that when I kill myself, I don't like physical pain. So I hope like I wouldn't have to feel physical pain when I murder myself. And then I step into the new life. I don't know. What would the drawback be? What would people feel in the new life? Like guilt?
You have to live in your own prison. Only you know. Nobody else would know. Like you had to live with it. Can you live with yourself knowing that you had killed somebody, even though it's you? Yeah.
I feel fine because it's me. I'm killing me. If I was killing somebody else, that's different. But if it's me, I don't feel bad for killing me.
Yeah.
Parallel universe me. I guess the only thing I would think about is it's a little sad that I would, if Pete or my family, because I would disappear from the current universe. So if anyone would feel sad about that, then I would. They'll get over. You won't miss me too much.
Yeah.
That's what I think about.
Me, that would be a really fucking difficult choice. But it'd be no.
Why?
Why? Because I feel like it's a trade-off. Maybe in that life, because I know nothing is perfect. I chose my life currently, and even though I had to trade off some other things, but I've gained this, and say that my dream self, she might not experience what like true love is.
But your dream self...
Your dream self would be like perfect version, huh?
Right, because your dream self would have the things that you would always wanted.
Currently will be no, because I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy currently And maybe like ask me like 10 more years into this marriage.
Well, I mean, the way that I hear it, though, because I feel like whatever life you're in, you can make happy, joyful, and fulfilled. And I do feel overall happy and fulfilled and grateful. But when you say dream life, meaning I take that as it would be better, like all the pieces are clicked into place. So what I hear is better. Or when you say dream life, is it you have what you think you want, but you're not aware of the downside of it?
Could be both. That's what I'm because you're not living really in her shoes. So you're only seeing, oh my God, she has everything I've always dreamed of. And maybe by living really in her shoes, you know, some of these moments I miss. Or the thing is, I can't live with myself killing a person, even though that was me. And I won't be able to sleep at night. I'd have nightmares. And sleeping is really important to me.
This conversation is so weird.
Yeah. But then, yeah, it'd be difficult. I'd have to visually see. And then maybe that would spark a part of me. That's a very difficult question.
Coffee Company, what do you think?
This is perfect for lazy bitches like me. You can just pour the powders in and put hot water. You wouldn't believe it. My eyes was smaller than this. But after that, I'm awake.
Use code.
Oh, yeah.
What's our code? Not Your Asian Women at checkout for a nice little discount.
Enjoy your new crack.
There was another weird one. Of like if you see a coming train and about to hit a person, but you have the ability to detour that train, but the detour route, it would kill 5 people. So what would you do?
I think I would let it hit the one person. I don't know anything about these people, right?
Yeah.
I would let it hit the one person.
Yeah, right. So these are like I like those like dilemma, ethical questions.
Well, like kill more people versus kill less.
Yeah.
But I think if you put in like details, like this guy has invented and changed, is going to invent something that's going to change the world, that's going to save a lot of people. These 5 people are like terrorists, and you know, like which one? Like is one life more right? Is more valuable, right?
Yeah. That's true. That's like that Will Smith movie, I, Robot. In the beginning,
yes. Mm-hmm.
The robot wanted to save him instead of the little girl because in calculation, he has more chance to survive. But yeah, that would be. I'm really interested in what future holds with like AI development, because what makes us human is we make irrational, impulsive. Because love is illogical, impulsive. But that's what makes world more interesting,
fruitful, and yeah.
If like everything is all logic,
right,
it can be very
dry, numb.
Yeah, it'd be scary, huh?
Yes, it wouldn't be fulfilling.
Yeah, those ethic questions are fun. What else?
Flirting, cheating. That definition's different for everybody. Of what is acceptable. What kind of flirting's considered acceptable if you're in an exclusive relationship? What is considered cheating? And I think that people have different definitions of what is acceptable. So I think it's important to talk to your partner about that, so you're on the same page, or you understand their point of view and respect it. And so P and I actually did have that talk because I like to prevent, of course, some things you just don't know, but I just wanted clarity. So in the beginning of our relationship, I asked him, I said, would you get uncomfortable if you've never met some guy friends of mine and we see them and I like give them kisses on the cheek? Does something like that bother you? And he said, if it's your guy friends, he's like, no. But he's like, if you were doing that to every single guy and like new ones that you meet, I don't know if it's necessary to like kiss them on the cheek and, do like the long hug. But
What if I'm French?
See, but that's there's different ways to judge morality. I remember, do you know this? Like, this was what I learned in ethics class, but I'm going to butcher it because my memory sucks. But you could judge it on like the character of the person, on the consequence, on the action, or like cultural circumstances. What you just said, like in France, there's nothing wrong with it because everybody does
fucking everybody.
Yes, and also they're more loose with having affairs and things like that. Americans are probably one of the most conservative when it comes to having affairs and sexuality and things like that.
In Japan too, everybody's cheating.
In Korea,
yeah,
it's just kind of accepted that if your husband goes to work in an office, they go get hookers, karaoke, and that's just part of it. But he comes home.
Yeah, it's very cultural. But yeah, I think if your partner is, if you communicate with your partner and then it all depends though, because some partner will come off as very controlling. And because I know some Chinese men would even control what their wives wear. If they show too much skin, it's unacceptable to the in-laws. And so like, and having like opposite sex as friends, that's even a big no-no. And in some world, some culture, it's okay. Like, oh, it's menage a trois. It's very acceptable. So I think it all depends. That's why like I don't really believe in one set of ethical rules. It's very flexible, very fluid.
Well, it depends on a lot of things: timing, situation, location, intention. There's a lot. It depends on what it is. So yeah, I don't believe in blanket rules.
Yeah,
either.
Yeah, and also at this age, to be honest, like my marriage dynamics, we give each other space, and the trust is there, but also I as an adult, I understand if something were to happen, there's no way I could like watch him and prevent this from happening if he wanted to. And I'm okay, then goodbye. I mean, it hurts, but then what the fuck do I do? The thing is like, I'm just like very acceptable of everything happening in life right now. So
it's exhausting to be controlling. You cannot control life. There are things out of your control. Also, would you want to be with someone who wanted to cheat on you? And maybe some people, they do, but I wouldn't. Like, if you don't choose me, like, I think I deserve better than that. And like you said, as much as it hurts, I'd rather that. So yeah, being controlling, and it also being controlling doesn't make your partner feel good.
Yeah,
it doesn't. I've never heard someone say that they like that. It's suffocating. You feel like you can't be you. I think most beings seek freedom, right? Like you could be you. And of course this does, for me, like, be a good person too. Like, I don't believe in, like, I think cheating is wrong. I'm not saying that people don't make mistakes. Is it possible that I can make a mistake, or Pete? Yes. But I do think we both have good self-control. And also, if it ever did happen, we talked about that as well. I said, would you want to know? And he said, yeah, I would want to know. I said, I would want to know too, so that it gives us a choice. Some people don't want to know.
I'd have to kill them to collect like insurance or something, so I can start fucking around too. I guess that's the reason why like men would kill their wives or push their wives out of cruise ship.
God, I can't. That is insane to me.
The logic is like, I want this other pussy now. So what am I gonna do with my current wife? Kill her.
That is insane to me. Because it shows, I'm like, okay, there's a big repercussion to that, okay? Killing somebody. But that you'd rather, all it takes is a simple conversation. Or like, these days, probably not even a conversation. You could probably just text it and be like, I'm leaving you, bye. But that you can't live with saying that to someone's face and the repercussions that you have to kill them is so wacky to me. But I watched some of those documentaries, and some of those men look so quote unquote like normal, and I mean normal in that like Pete has friends that look like that, like nice, charming guys, married, has kids, that I would never think would do something like that. And in this documentary, this guy like kills his wife and his 2 daughters and dumps them in an oil barrel. Like, what the hell? And he said eventually it was due to rage.
Yeah, that's why
Blinded by rage.
Yeah, I'm actually more cautious around people who are always appear nice, and because we all have dark side, and if you suppresses that part too much, and you're not like showing, because if you're always like simping or always like a yes man to your partner, then one day
You'll snap.
you'll snap, and the shit like that happens.
I have thought about that sometimes because Pete's very even keel. He's so kind that sometimes I don't believe it.
Is there something behind you? Show me something.
No, but I do think, I was like, would he ever kill me? And like, and if he did, like, how would he kill me? I have thought about that before.
Same. That would actually turn me on a little bit.
Try to kill you?
No. Like if I find out my husband is like down low, a serial killer, and comes home and decided to tell me that, I'm like, wow, the execution and organization skills you have. And you didn't kill me, so.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you have you're also kind of joking, right? What would you actually do if you find out Brad had killed?
Actually depends. Depends if like kids. If it's like
No, let's say other women. He's killed 3 other women and buried their bodies, and somehow they found and linked it to Brad. And he
honestly, I'd be really impressed initially, because I can't see when and where he could even find a time to do that, and I'd initially be really impressed and shocking, and then I'd want to talk to him, like what's going on. It wouldn't change my love for him.
Would you stay in a relationship with him?
Now I'd say yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'd say yes. I'd be like, okay, we gotta go.
God.
We gotta go.
Damn, you're loyal.
Yeah, I am a ride or die. I am ride or die.
I don't have an ounce of that. If I found out Pete had killed 3 women, I'd be scared that he would do it to me one day for sure. Then I'm like, you've done it before. Oh, I'd be terrified. And then I would go far away or make sure he's locked up.
I'd be like, dang, tell me details. Like, what did those bitches do? What did they say?
Well, yeah. See, I don't have a capacity for like gory videos and stuff. You said you've seen
Yeah.
stuff. I cannot. It makes me sick when I even see those documentaries, which they dilute down. You don't even see like.
Have you seen
the dirty
Dexter?
stuff. No, I haven't.
Oh yeah, because I'm okay with if like he just has a urge to kill. I would want to partner up. You know, like what's the fucking cultural reference? Like Bounty and Glide.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's okay. It's a pop culture reference. Like they're the couple that killed just do like killing people on killing
Together.
sprees together as ride or die.
I'm so disturbed right now. Does it show on my face?
Yes. If that I don't know. I like now I would say it because it's still it's hypothetical. If it really happens, maybe I'd react differently. But as if like cuz I can't change the comedic side. Like I really would find that impressive. Just like how and where did you find the time behind my back to do that? I know every single move of yours. That's actually really impressive. And I would probably if he wanted to kill me, fine. That's somebody I deeply love. That like I would be like okay if that really happened. Like I would be okay. I would be like taking that risk of like if say he really is like a serial killer. If he like if that's just him as a person. I for all these years I've been with him and him teaching me how to love. I'm okay with just giving my life back to him if he really wanted to.
Oh my God.
Yeah. If he really wanted to, I'd be okay with it. Like truly.
With him killing you?
If he, I mean, I don't hope so, but if that's he told me about like the scenario you're saying, and I don't think I'd leave him for that. I would leave him if I think I don't add any I can't be any help or any values. It doesn't even matter if it's like cheating or nothing. I think what would if I feel like he really does not love me at all, that's when I would like leave him.
Wait, but you said that in the previous question about the parallel universe that you wouldn't feel comfortable with the idea of killing someone else even if it was you.
Yeah.
But this is
But
Brad,
I'm okay. Yeah.
You're okay with Brad killing other people?
I do have high tolerance of somebody's close circle of mine do bad things.
But not you.
No, I
not
won't.
yourself.
No, I won't be okay. But for someone like my ride or die, say like my best friend, I have few of them, and they do bad things. I'd be really upset, but I will not leave them, drop them, or like kick them down when they needed help or something. I will not do that. And even if it's criminal, even I know it's like really bad, but they reach out to me for like some sort of help or cover, I would do that. Even though I know deep inside this is wrong. You've hurted somebody. But my love and my unconditional love and support for the close core people of mine, I would do anything.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think for me, the intention behind why he would kill them, just say if it was in self-defense or something like that, then I would be like, okay. But if these are innocent people and that just had an impulsive urge to dominate or do what that, I was like, oh my God, don't come near me. Like, I don't know. yeah, that to me, I would be a hard no.
Yeah, like self defense. Yeah, if it's
Yeah,
like the
self defense is
yeah,
different.
if it's Dexter situation where like I mean, obviously it's a fucking fake scenario. It's a show. Like he just naturally a killer, and his dad find out about it and had trained him to only kill people that deserve to be killed. And in that situation, I would I would not abandon him, and I would try my best to use that, because that can be a superpower for a better use. And I would try to become any of use so that he could harness that power to do some good, I guess. You can be a trained killer. You could be a CIA spy. You could be, if killing does not, there are some ways you can do for good.
Oh my God, this makes me think of. Do you remember Fire Festival? Did you follow that Fire Festival when it
Yeah.
went down?
Yeah.
I forgot what the name of the guy was who. So it was Ja Rule, and he teamed up with this guy, and I forgot his name. But this guy continued to like con people after he went to jail for that. Do you remember?
Yeah,
Billy
yeah.
McFarland, is that his name?
Yeah.
Billy McFarland, something like that. And there was a couple documentaries that came out about it. And I remember I had a friend who said, like he could really use some of his skill for good. And I remember when she was saying that, I was like, are you crazy? People have given him multiple chances and he continues to con people. For me, I'm like, you're a piece of shit, dude. I would never, ever trust you. I'm not saying people can never change. They can. But it just shows where like my values and like, viewpoint lie. I'm like, yeah, no, I wouldn't want to go near you. I personally wouldn't give you another chance. I wouldn't give you money. That's what I actually is so surprising to me after the first Fire Festival and people like lost out on money and stuff. I guess he was like throwing another one, but save your spot and click. I think there wasn't even like a date for the festival and you'll get your ticket. I was like, why would you give someone like that your money? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I would not give them another chance.
Yeah. The way I look at world, I don't see things as good or bad. Obviously I have my own moral principle I abide to, but I don't think that is the only rule. And then the way I look at it is like, it's almost like removed myself. It's like a God's view or something. Like, we are just animals, and some animals survived till this day by becoming like a predator, or like, it's the thing is like, is rattlesnakes, they use their the tails as like a baby sound to attract prey. And that's just how they develop surviving skills to survive. And our rattlesnakes or like our sheep's better than rattlesnakes because they only eat grass and harmless, right? So to me, I feel like we're all just all kind of animals and have developed survival skills and to fit in this place. And then unfortunately, evil, I guess, do exist for there to maybe for a reason to I don't know, teach us a lesson or something. And I wouldn't, if I had a power to say like Death Notes, have you familiar with that so
No.
it's this it's an anime. They it's almost like just a notebook, Death Notes, and you can write any person's name and this person would be dead, disappear. If you had that power to kill anybody, to remove anyone from this world, would you do it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's it's kind of like that to me. It's I would not trust myself with that kind of power in that I know of and personally experienced real darkness of men. And even that, I will not remove them from this planet, from this world. And they are there as, yeah, as evil as they are, it's necessary. So I feel I would not personally trust them for sure, and I would not do that. But that's just how life is. You need that type of varieties. You need the rats, the snakes, the gators of the world, people, and you need sheeps and chickens and all that. So it's just, to me, it's all survival, and they exist for a reason. And I will not remove anything. I will not kill, or like take out any group of people. Doesn't matter how heinous crimes they've done.
I wouldn't kill them, but I do believe in repercussions, and some people are not fit to be in our society the way we've built it. For example, you molest kids, or you rape kids or something like that over and over again, or even once. Like, you should not be around children. You should be confined or somewhere where you're not around other people. That to me is just not, it's not safe. I don't think we need that. I think the world can be okay without that.
Yeah, and also remember, if you look at long stretch of history, there were times where having sex with little boys is a rite of passage to manhood, and people were proud. Parents were proud to send their boys out to be, what's the word, like, not entourage, but like, yeah, there's a word for that.
Okay.
To those philosophers, like all those like Greek, like ancient philosophers, they've all fucked the little boys. So like, to me, yeah, it's if you what we believe now at this time, it's insignificant, so insignificant. If you stretch out, like, it just, as a group, we have come to agreement that fucking kids is not okay anymore. But back then, long time ago, it was okay. And how did we develop from that to now, or to like, let's try to be civilized? And then it's just human history. And we might go down a darker path again, backwards in history. But then that's just how it is. And I would not, I don't look at that lens as of now, but more of like like look at it as like a long shit. I lost my train of thoughts, but look at it as like a long like a long history, like views, because I don't judge like history figures with our current set of values. Yeah, it's like that. So what we believe now, it might be the same shit. Like, people from the future, or whatever dominated species intelligent would be, and would look at us and what we say, like, what the fuck would they even say that? Mm-hmm. So that gives me, that is why, like, I have more flexible and tolerance of that. And yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It sounds like your judgment is more based off, at least for this, relative, so cultural norms.
Yeah.
Relative, and then how you were saying that you'd be okay if you found out Brad had killed other people. That's more based on character.
Yeah,
his character and the individual versus the action.
Yeah.
Or the consequence.
Yeah, and my relationship with him,
okay.
personally. Yeah. So
okay.
I wouldn't, if like, yeah, if it was you, I would say like you and Pete, and then like you forgive Pete for that. I would understand. I would deeply understand, but that's your relationship with him, and you chose to forgive him on certain like actions. That would be between you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. All right.
That's
I kind of feel sick. I need to go. I lost my appetite. Everyone, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, or share with your friends. Or you know what? Leave a comment. We love comments, whether they're good or bad. Haters,
Please, we love you.
help our algorithm.